class, Dr. Miller. Welcome to week 6 of CAPS265. Quick reminder, any missing work, make sure you submit it ASAP. I will still accept your late work. There are late penalties. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I want you to be successful. Grades for week 5 will be posted no later than Thursday evening. So keep an eye out for those. Also, if I see any issues with your work, I will typically post that in your feedback. So if you turn something in and you're like, wait a minute, why did I get a 0? Check the feedback in the grade book. Right? Now, moving ahead to financial literacy. This is a busy week. Make sure you are starting early. Our topic is, again, financial literacy. You do have your interactive lecture to complete first. Make sure that you're downloading your lecture in Word document to save it for later. And then your first assignment that you should work on as soon as you complete the lecture is the discussion. So you looked at becoming more financially literate, the pros and cons of unions, and how to be financially prepared if you get laid off in the lecture. All of these topics were meant to take away concerns that come with being uninformed about your finances. Using what you have learned, please address the following in your initial post. First, share several tips for saving money that you learned from the lecture that speak to you. Think about tips that you feel you could do easily and with fidelity. In other words, you can get this done. Next, share a couple of tips for saving money that weren't covered in the lecture that you feel would be beneficial to the class. Again, start early. I recommend posting to this initial post before Wednesday because you have a couple of bigger assignments to work on this week. But you're going to want to post no later than Wednesday. Don't forget to participate over 3 separate days and to respond to at least 3 of your classmates' initial posts. Now, what is this other work? Other than the evaluations, you want to please complete that. That's important to me, and it's important to Bryant and Stratton. You have your financial literacy presentation. So this is a presentation. Let's take a look at the instructions. It's worth 10% of your grade. You are making a PowerPoint presentation with voiceover. So make sure that you've got a speaker that is available. A microphone that is available for you to do your recording. So you're creating this PowerPoint with voiceover presentation. You're going to summarize the importance of personal responsibility and financial literacy for employment and career mobility. You need to be submitting at least 7 slides with your title slide, introduction, content, conclusion, and references. You need references for this assignment. You want to incorporate some ideas from the lecture. We learned about financial literacy. We also learned about things like background and credit checks in the past the employers might conduct. And I do expect to see at least 2 outside sources, 2 references on that reference slide. You should be structuring it like it is listed here. You've got your title slide, your introduction slide that offers an overview of what you're going to cover and engages your audience. Then you've got body and content slides, and it could be in this format. First, explain the sort of things an employer might look for during a pre-employment background check or credit check. In doing so, indicate what kind of results would make an employer more or less likely to hire someone. Next, summarize how showing personal responsibility and financial literacy skills are related to promotional opportunities and growth within the workplace. And then outline specific steps you will take to ensure that any background or credit check an employer completes about you comes back as clean or positive as possible. In this plan, detail how you would speak to any negatives from a background or credit check during an interview. Then you're going to want to wrap it up with this conclusion slide that summarizes your main points and ideas, and then your reference slide in APA style. There's some general guidelines here. Make sure that you are reviewing these. And at the end of the instruction is the grading rubric that I will be using as I post your grade for this assignment. Then you have your multicultural awareness project final submission. And this is one that is going to be uploaded to your e-portfolio. And let's take another look at this one. Again, we're 10% of your grade. Look at the institutional outcome. You can use this. You can upload this particular assignment also to your MyCred profile and map it to your community and career outcome when you make your video next week in week 7. So here are the directions. You are going to be let's just go ahead and scroll down here. You are going to be taking that interview that the interview of the persons that you identified. You only need one of them back in week 1, weeks 2 through 5. You conducted that interview and outside research, and now in week 6, you are going to summarize what you learned from interviewing a professional in your chosen field and conducting independent research, considering your interviewees' responses and incorporating research from 2 outside scholarly sources. Write an essay of at least 750 words in length where you address the following prompts. And there are 4 prompts to be covering. Begin your essay with an overview, including your degree program, a summary of your career goals, and the ethnic background of your interviewee. If possible, also include their position and title. Then explain the impact you believe culture and cultural differences have within the workplace and in working with clients, customers, patients. Use examples from your interviewees' responses to justify your rationale. Detail your biggest takeaway from the interview. In doing so, summarize the most important thing you learned from the interview or the thing you found most surprising. And then finally, assess how the knowledge gained through your interview and research will benefit you as a citizen of a multicultural world, impact the decisions you make in your career, and affect your personal and professional growth. Okay. And again, you're going to, when you submit it, you're uploading it to your e-portfolio, and you are going to attach it to the community and career outcome. Right, so there is a lot of work this week in week 6, so make sure you're starting early. Don't wait until Saturday. You will not get all your work done. Sunday, Monday, complete your lecture. Tuesday, write that discussion. Wednesday, Thursday, be creating your financial literacy presentation, keeping an eye on the discussion. Starting to post a response every day to somebody and looking for those who are posting on your thread. And then Friday, Saturday, wrapping up your multicultural awareness project. All right. A lot of work. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I will see you in the discussion.